Good morning, everyone. Thanks for taking time out of your day to join us. For those of you who have been for us for a while, you may be familiar with our year-end review of what's new at CC, where we showcase all of the improvements done on the platform for this calendar year. My name is Gerard Salgado. I'm a customer success manager here at Condo Control, and I am joined by my colleagues Greg Vieira, our customer success team lead, and David Guthrie, our customer marketing specialist. So now for our agenda for today, we have divided this webinar into 4 different areas. These are the improvements for the mobile app, the improvements for existing modules, the integrations with additional platforms or services, and brand new modules for the platform.
Thanks, Gerard. Mobile app coming in second on our most interested in today. So being able to be productive on the go is becoming more and more the norm these days, which is why we have directed resources towards the development of our mobile app this past year. We brought quite a few new features to the mobile app to get your work done anywhere at any time. We have overhauled amenity booking. We have brought announcements, service requests, and violation tracking to the mobile app. And we've also made improvements to the security patrol, and we have introduced badge scanning. Let's talk about amenities first. We have completely revamped the look and feel of the amenity booking on mobile to match the desktop experience. As you can see, the new design features amenity photos, which enhances the visual appeal, making it easier for the user to select the desired amenity. All amenity details such as pricing, hours of operation, and terms and conditions have been reconfigured so the user can easily locate specific information pertaining to the amenity. We've also improved the date selection with unavailable days being grayed out. Now on mobile, there is a full-featured announcements module. You can view current, past, and future announcements. For those times when you need to send out an emergency announcement, but you're away from your desk, you can now do it on mobile. Or let's say there's an issue with the elevator and you want to send out an announcement with all the details to the board members, you can now do it from the lobby, on your phone, in the presence of the technician to make sure you have all the information correct. And finally, if you're not sure what to write for a certain topic, we have you covered as you have access to the announcement templates, just like you do on a desktop. Very similar to announcements, we have brought a full-featured service request module to mobile. You can view open, pending, and closed service requests. You can create a new service request, and you can update existing service requests. This comes in handy for situations like when you pass your superintendent in the hallway and they tell you about the work they just completed on a specific unit. You can now easily communicate that to the resident by updating the service request while it's fresh in your mind. There's no need to worry about forgetting what to do when you get back to the office. Side note, while we're on the topic of service requests, for those of you that are portfolio users, you can now create, view, and edit service requests at the portfolio level on desktop. This works just like it would in the individual workspace, except you have the option to filter by workspace or workspaces. For those of you that don't know, our portfolio feature is used by management companies that have multiple workspaces on Condo Control, making it easier to manage everything in one place. Back to mobile. This past year, we have also brought violation tracking to the palm of your hands. This is a full-featured module where you can view open, closed, past, due, and draft violations. You can create new violations, you can update existing violations, and you can log next warnings. This is great for you when you witness a violation firsthand. Let's say you're doing a walk around the property and you see a pet violation happening. Now you don't have to wait to get back to the office to log it. You could also search to see if there are any past violations for that resident. If not, you may decide to issue a verbal warning. If the resident is a repeat offender, you can log that next warning right away. We've added 2 new features to Security Patrol. In the setup, you can enable a setting to allow for checkpoints to be scanned in any sequence. Previously, they could only be scanned in order. The idea behind this change is that if a security team is completing the patrol route at the same time each day in the same order, it can become predictable to onlookers. Now the route order can be changed at will. We've also added an option to turn on geolocation tracking. When this is enabled, it will only track the location of where the patrol was started. The name of this module is Security Patrol, but that does not mean it must be used by a security company or a security guard. We have clients where property managers or the superintendent completes the patrol. Depending on your package, this module may already be included. If not, it could be added as an add-on. Please contact us if it's something you want to add or if you're not sure if it's included in your package. Also, in Condo Control, you can navigate to the setup, workplace settings, and on the right-hand side, it will show you which modules are in your package. Green for checkmark, red for no. For anyone who is not aware, we offer a feature where you can create badges to identify residents and/or staff. An example use case for badges would be an HOA that has an outdoor amenity. Staff of the amenity can check the badge to verify the person has access to that amenity. Now on mobile, you can scan that badge to validate it. We have green and red colors to identify active versus inactive badges, and you can set customized status options that appear below the photo, such as active and expired. If you're interested in badges and discuss use cases for them, you can reach out to us and we'd be happy to help.
Thank you, David. And yeah, moving on to the improvements for the existing modules. So we'll start it off with announcements, one of our most popular modules. And we implemented early this year the custom templates. To give you a bit of background, we have on the platform about 30 plus templates for easy use, and they're still there if you want to use them. However, as a request for creating new templates started piling up, we decided to address this by giving you, the users, the capability of creating your very own custom templates. As you can see on screen, there's two formats. There's one where you have a header and a footer, and there's one where you can add a picture on the right side. If you need help setting this up, please reach out to us. Now for the portfolio announcements, as David mentioned, the portfolio is something for clients that have multiple properties with us. So early this year, again, we implemented the ability to send announcements to all your properties, or perhaps 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4. Again, this is completely up to you. Now moving on to amenity booking, another of our most popular features. And you'll know, thankfully, 2021 has brought the reopening of amenities. So we have implemented a fair number of improvements in the meantime. First and foremost, you now have the ability to set a number of bookings per time slot. So before you had to create, say, gym slot 1, gym slot 2, gym slot 3, and so on. But now that we have this functionality, you can tell the system to cap an amenity at, say, 8 people at the gym per a time slot. And this way you can keep a safe number of people on your amenities. Additionally, we have a pay later option. So right now, if a user goes on the platform and they do a booking, they'll pay the amenity fee right now when they do the booking, or when it's approved, if it has approval. However, maybe you're booking the guest suite 2-3 months in advance and you don't want to pay right now, so you can activate this option. So the user can book the amenity today and they have that 2-3 months in order to come back and do the payment when they want to. And we've added some cancellation options, for 7, 14, and 30 days. Now for amenity groups. So this is useful when you have related amenities, like you can see on screen. If you have recreation related amenities, you can all place them under one group and your residents will be able to find them easier. Also, when you have multiple elevators, you can have an elevator group, and this will help the users find the relevant amenities easier. Also very useful. So the graying out of dates, beforehand you chose a date and then the system will tell you it's unavailable. Right now, if you go on the platform, then the days that aren't available will be grayed out. And if it's related to time slots, then the time slots that aren't available, they won't show up. So now the residents know beforehand exactly what is open. And for those of you who actually set the time slots, you now have the ability to delete them in bulk. And trust me, this will save you a lot of time when you need to delete and create new time slots. And finally, there's the option of having the phone number when you're booking on behalf of a resident. And lastly, for the amenity booking. So this is for those of you who are still on the old amenity booking interface. As of January 1st of next year, you will be automatically upgraded to the new interface. We've put a lot of work into the new interface. We've taken a lot of your feedback. And we've strived to create a more user-friendly and definitely more visually appealing amenity booking interface. to best display your amenities. So just a heads up, on January 1st, you will be automatically upgraded, and this upgrade is completely free of charge. Now moving on to virtual meetings. So again, it's great that restrictions are being lifted. However, there may be people that still aren't comfortable in being in a room with 200 plus people. So if you're still considering in having your AGM take place virtually, from our experience also, virtual AGMs do have an increased attendance as well as in order to achieve quorum. And there's a cost saving factor because you're not booking a place for your owners. So if you are still considering having your virtual AGM, please reach out to your customer success manager for more information. So, and the improvements, we have an automatic attendance taking. So now when the meeting starts, we can provide a chairperson with the number of people attending the meeting and those who submitted a proxy earlier, without duplication, of course. We have an RSVP button. So, maybe the owner, they don't want to vote before the meeting, they want to vote at the meeting. So they just need to RSVP. They click, I will attend, and all reminders at that point will stop. Also, you have the ability to update your vote as many times as you want up until the voting closes. And finally, some improved instructions on how to connect to audio. Some more improvements on the virtual meeting. There are owners who may still want to use paper proxy, so they can submit it and we can upload it on the platform and tally it with the others. If you have units that are in arrears, we can include those in the system and they will be blocked from submitting their electronic proxy. You also have the ability to edit the details of the proxy. And also the admins are able to add or delete existing questions during the meeting. So this is useful for when someone decides to run from the floor. So we can add their name before sending out that question at the meeting. And finally, moderators can send the questions to users multiple times. So for the staff on duty, this is basically to guide your residents into knowing who to reach out from the security staff. So it's just, they click on the help button, they go to the staff on duty, and they can see a picture identifying the security person on staff. Then language options. So, perhaps your residents don't have English as a first language. They may be more comfortable in another language, so they can switch the platform into any of these that you see on screen. They have the option to switch to Spanish, to Chinese, or to French. This is for the residents' point of view of the platform. For the admins, you have English, Spanish, and we are working on a French version.
With COVID-19 still affecting the world, we wanted to take this opportunity to share some ways you can track vaccine status in Condo Control. Some things you can do is you can add a user note, and then you could run a report on the user notes and filter by vaccine proof type to get a list of everyone who is vaccinated. You could also utilize the user attachment feature, and if you wish, you could upload a copy of the vaccine certificate using this method. If you wanted to restrict amenity booking to only those who are vaccinated, this can be accomplished by creating a custom group. First, you would create a group such as verified vaccine status, and you would give it only the permission to book amenities. You would then go to the owner, renter, and resident groups, and you would remove the amenity booking privileges. As you verify vaccine status, you add those residents to the newly created group, which gives them the ability to book amenities. Let's talk about visitors. There are two ways you can keep a record of vaccinated visitors. One, you can add a comment to the authorized entry, or two, you can add a comment to a visitor log. Both of these options will keep a record of that visitor having their vaccination status verified. Some of the other things you can do is add COVID-19 safety guidelines to the terms and conditions section of your amenities. You can customize the introductory text on the service request page to reflect COVID-19 safety guidelines and mask mandates. And you could add notes about COVID-19 safety guidelines or mask mandates in the purchase orders with vendors. If you have any questions about how to track vaccine status, you can click the user guide option inside Condo Control. It's located at the bottom left-hand menu of your workspace. Then search for COVID-19, which will bring up user guides for all these tips we just mentioned. At Condo Control, we are all about making property management simple. One of the ways we do this is through integrations with other service providers that enhance the Condo Control experience. In 2021, we implemented 7 new integrations. In addition to QuickBooks Desktop, we have now introduced QuickBooks Online, which is an all-in-one small business accounting software. The integration between Condo Control and QuickBooks Online syncs data between the two systems, allowing for the management of data on either site. ShiftSuite is a cloud-based accounting software. It is specifically designed for the condominium accounting. We integrate by syncing resident data from ShiftSuite to Condo Control in a one-way push. Zego helps operators modernize the resident experience to boost retention and improve efficiency. Condo Control is integrated with Zego for US clients to facilitate the processing of payments using credit cards and bank transfers. It fully integrates the payments for our store and make a payment, and allows you to process security deposits, refunds, or cancellations. Butterfly MX is more than an access system. It's a powerful property management dashboard, all designed to make property access at your building easy. We integrate by syncing resident data from Condo Control to Butterfly MX in a one-way push. Amazon Hub Locker is an automated, secure, self-service solution that allows residents to pick up their package, saving property managers valuable time and minimizing clutter. We integrate by syncing resident data from Condo Control to Amazon Hub Locker in a one-way push. Proptia is a powerful, intuitive, cloud-based software system that keeps community productive and safe. Our integration with Proptia syncs authorizations created on Condo Control back to Proptia as visitors. Last but certainly not least, we have Amber Visitor ID Scan. We have introduced a scan functionality that allows the connection of hardware, example, the Amber Technology DS687, which we see here on screen, to scan an image like a photo ID when creating a visitor log on the security and concierge console.
Thank you. So yeah, we have a brand new module called the short-term rental. So this works conjointly with the unit file, and it's for admin users or authorized users to add short-term renters on the system, so you have a record. So this works. Perhaps you have rental agents on your property, and basically you can give them the permission to go into the platform and enter the contact information for the short-term renters. Also, it's very important that they enter a start and end date, as this determines the time range that the short-term rental will be able to use the link sent to them to go and edit their details. Perhaps the short-term renter wants to add vehicle information, perhaps they want to add another guest. So they will have access to those details, to that link, as long for the time range of the start and end date. And you can see the welcome letter that is sent to the short-term renter is customizable. You can customize the text, you can add images, and you can pick the time that it is sent, 9 a.m., 10 a.m. The date will be the start date, and again, it'll expire at the end date. And basically the purpose of this is so you can let your rental agents create the short-term renters, and you will have a record of them under the unit or the user who created them. And then user voice. So this is coming soon. It's still not on the platform, but we wanted to mention it to you. To give you some background, we do receive a lot of feedback and a lot of requests for improvements on the platform, which again, we truly appreciate. However, as any software company in the world, we don't have unlimited resources, so we do need to prioritize items. So we want to implement this service, which will let you go on Condo Control and submit your very own requests, or look at the request of other people and vote on them. Again, the purpose for this is as all the users vote on the existing improvement request, we will prioritize based on that. So you, the users, will drive our product roadmap. Once again, this is still not up, and there will be more information on this coming soon.
When this feature is live, you'll be able to access the user voice directly through Condo Control. There will be a sort of widget or icon somewhere, either the left or top right. So once you click there, then you're gonna bring you to the user voice dashboard. And you guys are already gonna have the ability to see our existing product roadmap that we have gathered for quite some time now. And you're gonna have the ability to read what the comments are. You're gonna have the ability to vote on it. And then on top of that, you're going to have the ability to create your own requests. And those requests is sort of new ideas. And those ideas, we have sort of categorized different types that you can choose. Okay, I have, there's a new integration out there, and I would like Condo Control to sort of further look into it. So maybe it can be integrated, and then you post that idea, you select it, and then different users can go in and vote into that idea. They can comment to it, and so forth. Right now, it's not live for those asking. It's coming the next few days. And then once it's available, then you guys will sort of receive notification that's live. And then you guys can take advantage of it. Any last words, David, George, for the audience?
I just want to say thank you. I'm new to Condo Control in 2021, just like some of these new features. This is my first webinar, and I'm looking forward to doing more in 2022.
Okay, thank you, David.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
George?
Yeah, again, thanks for your time. Thanks for your participation. Thanks for your questions. And as Greg mentioned, this was the last webinar of the year. So I wish you all happy holidays. Stay safe.
Okay, and for our American clients, happy Thanksgiving tomorrow. Enjoy it, and then catch you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.